Some things just aren't supposed to happen. At least, that's what everyone thought. In the world of military aviation, the rules seemed set in stone, and the giants always won. But then, a small Swedish fighter jet started shaking up the world's most powerful military alliances, rewriting the playbook. The Saab JS-39 Gripen, long considered the underdog, has suddenly become the jet everyone's talking about, an unexpected star on the global stage. For years, it was the clever, practical choice, never the popular one. It was reliable, affordable, and easy to maintain, but rarely the headline grabber. But as the world grew more unpredictable, being smart and adaptable started to matter more than having the flashiest, most expensive plane. Suddenly, priorities shifted. The Gripen's comeback has sent shockwaves from the Pentagon to Paris, forcing military leaders to rethink what really matters in a fighter jet. Countries that once rushed to buy America's F-35 are now reconsidering their options, weighing cost, reliability, and independence. The Gripen's rise isn't just about a machine. It's about a shift in global power and priorities, a new way of thinking about defense. For decades, buying a fighter jet was about picking sides, aligning with superpowers, making political statements. But what happens when your best friend becomes unreliable, or when alliances start to fray at the edges? That's when nations like Canada and Portugal started looking at Sweden, searching for alternatives that offered more control and flexibility. The result? A revolution in military aviation, and proof that sometimes the underdog really can win, changing the game for everyone. So how did the Gripen pull off the impossible? Let's find out. To truly understand the Gripen, you have to get inside the Swedish mindset. Practical, purposeful, and always focused on real-world needs, rather than flashy displays. Swedish design is about making things work, no matter the circumstances, and the Gripen is a perfect reflection of that philosophy. The Gripen isn't the fastest or the stealthiest jet in the sky, but it does something no one else dared to try. It can take off and land on ordinary roads, turning highways into runways in a matter of minutes. This wasn't just a clever trick or a marketing gimmick, it was a necessity, born from Sweden's unique position during the Cold War and its need to survive a surprise attack from a much larger adversary. Saab's engineers designed a jet that could hide in dense forests, be refueled and rearmed by just a handful of conscripts, and launch from a country road in minutes. This meant the Gripen could disappear into the landscape, ready to strike back at a moment's notice. Its rugged undercarriage and advanced canard wings mean it needs less than 800 meters to get airborne, shorter than many city blocks, making it incredibly flexible in where it can operate. With just 6 people, the Gripen can be refueled, rearmed, and ready to fly again in under 10 minutes. No massive team of specialists or high-tech hangars required. Compare that to the F-35, which demands a team of highly trained experts and a pristine, secure airbase just to keep it in the air. In a world where airfields are the first targets in any conflict, virtual missile magnets, the Gripen's ability to operate from almost anywhere is suddenly a game-changer for survival and resilience. It's not about being the most powerful or the most intimidating. It's about being the most adaptable, able to thrive in situations where others would be grounded. The Gripen is the Swiss Army knife in a world of sledgehammers. Versatile, reliable, and always ready for whatever comes next. In the unpredictable landscape of modern warfare, that kind of flexibility is a true superpower. That's why, today, military leaders and analysts around the world are paying close attention to the Gripen and what it represents. The Gripen's practicality, adaptability, and efficiency are its secret weapons, making it a true road warrior in the skies. For years, the Gripen was overlooked, quietly waiting in the shadows while the world's attention was fixed on flashier, more expensive jets. In a market dominated by giants, where the loudest and most powerful often steal the spotlight, the American F-35 and the French Rafale became the poster children for next-generation air power. Buying the F-35 meant joining Team America, with all the alliances and obligations that came with it. The Rafale, That was your ticket into Team Europe with its own set of perks and politics. The Gripen, it was just a jet. No political strings, no exclusive club, just a promise of performance and reliability. The F-35 dazzled with stealth and tech, but came with sky-high costs, endless headaches, and a maintenance bill that could make any air force wince. The Rafale, backed by French diplomacy, won deals with sweeteners, partnerships, and promises of industrial cooperation. Saab's CEO lamented that the Gripen lost not on merit, but on politics, a victim of backroom deals and global power games. It was the practical, affordable choice, yet always ignored for flashier, more expensive rivals that promised prestige. Like selling a reliable Volvo to someone obsessed with Lamborghinis, the Gripen's value pitch was drowned out by the roar of its competitors. But as defense budgets tightened, and reliability and cost-effectiveness started to matter more than ever, the world began to take a second look. The Gripen was no longer a footnote. It was ready for its moment, proving that sometimes the underdog has exactly what the world needs. Sometimes the smartest choice just needs the right moment to shine, and the courage to stand apart from the crowd. For the Gripen, that moment had finally arrived, and the world was watching. The turning point came in 2023 from an unexpected place, Thailand. The Royal Thai Air Force needed new jets. The F-16 was the obvious choice, until they tested the new Gripen E. The Gripen E stunned everyone. More power, advanced radar, cutting-edge electronic warfare, and lower lifetime costs. Saab's offer included technology transfer, letting Thailand build its own aerospace industry. The decision was clear. The Gripen E won. For Saab, it was a breakthrough proof that on merit, the Gripen could beat America's best. The Thai deal shattered the myth that only the F-35 or Rafale were serious options. Suddenly, other countries started reconsidering the Swedish jet. The Gripen was no longer just the quirky alternative, it was a giant killer. This victory set off a chain reaction across the global arms market. The first domino had fallen, and nothing would be the same. The world was watching. The Gripen's win in Thailand was just the start. It took a political storm to ignite real change. America's shifting foreign policy and unpredictable alliances made old certainties vanish. Buying the F-35 no longer guaranteed security or partnership. Canada, a founding NATO member, began rethinking its F-35 order, despite already paying for some jets. Rising costs and doubts about US reliability led Canada to consider the Gripen as a real alternative. Portugal faced the same dilemma. The F-35 was too expensive for a small country. The Gripen's low operating costs and independence were suddenly irresistible. A split fleet, some F-35s, more Gripens, became a smart, pragmatic solution. This wasn't just about money, it was a political statement of independence. For decades, US jets meant political loyalty. Now allies were pushing back. The Gripen became a symbol of this new independence. The playing field was finally being leveled. The world of fighter jets was changing fast. To understand the Gripen's comeback, you need to know Saab's story. Most know Saab for quirky cars, but its real roots are in aviation, founded in 1937 to defend Sweden's neutrality. Saab built groundbreaking jets like the Draken and Viggen, designed for survival in tough conditions. Their car division, famous for innovation, was sold off and faded away, but the aerospace side endured. Even during lean years, Saab's engineering shone, developing the Global Eye surveillance plane and partnering with Boeing on the T-7 Red Hawk trainer. These successes kept Saab strong and innovative. The company's out-of-the-box thinking set the stage for the Gripen's return. Saab's resilience and creativity are at the heart of the Gripens story. It's not just a jet, it's a symbol of Swedish ingenuity. That's why the world is finally taking notice. The Gripen's comeback is more than a Swedish success, it's a global shake-up. The F-35, once untouchable, is now vulnerable as countries reconsider their options. For nations with tight budgets, the Gripen offers a credible modern fighter at a fraction of the cost. Saab is now pitching the Gripen to countries from India to Latin America, creating a new smart fighter category. For Sweden, it's a source of pride and a boost to its high-tech industry. A nation of 10 million has challenged the world's superpowers, and won. The Gripen's rise has secured jobs, inspired confidence, and changed the rules of the game. The duopoly of F-35 and Rafale is broken. The Gripen proves that cleverness and adaptability can beat brute force and big budgets. The world of fighter jets will never be the same. For underdogs everywhere, the Gripen's victory is a reason to believe.